It's about that time of day again. My name is Joseph. It's Monday evening, April the 10th, 2017. Welcome back to your nightly newsletter. We're covering crude oil, S&P, gold, euro, and FDAX this evening. Crude is bullish and trying to finish a measured move this evening, which tells us the bulls are getting close to their target and we should avoid buying high, focusing on bear traps and failures tomorrow. The S&P is trading smack right in the middle of a range tonight, which tells us the most reliable trading opportunities will be at the highs and the lows of the range while avoiding the temptation to fiddle in the middle. Gold is bullish with a channel this evening, which tells us the most reliable buying opportunities will be down at the low of that channel, but we have a level of resistance on gold that we got to wait for more information. Euro is bullish with a channel as well this evening, which tells us the most reliable buying opportunities will be at the low of that channel. There's a nice big target waiting overhead on the euro. The FDAX is bearish with a spike in range this evening, which tells us the most reliable selling opportunities will likely come up above the high of that range tomorrow. Boy, we're back in the saddle for another big week of trading opportunities on this newsletter. I got a great video for you guys and gals tonight. Before we jump into our charts and start looking at the setups for tomorrow, I do want to remind you the only place to watch the full-length version of this video is on our blog here at Sideways Markets. If you're watching this video right now on our YouTube channel, not to worry, there's a link in the description of that YouTube video. Follow that link and come join me on the blog for the full-length version in all 5 markets. While you're here, don't forget, join the mailing list. I'll send you an email every evening when our nightly newsletter goes live. Follow me on social. Right below the video tonight, lower left-hand corner, many different social media channels. I'm always posting important charts and links and updates throughout the day on my many social media channels. Download those charts right below the video tonight. You can grab all the charts from tonight's video and have those on your computer for tomorrow. Please don't forget to grab your free pass while you're here. Grab that free pass in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to learn more with me in 90 minutes on that free pass than you will anywhere else on the interwebs. If you're not an advanced member here at School of Trade, make sure you grab that free pass in the upper right-hand corner. And don't forget, we got a great frequently asked questions page. If you're brand new here to the SOT community, definitely make sure you check out the frequently asked questions page, and I'm always here standing by if you have any, or if you need help along the way. Hit me up on the live support tool on the right-hand side of the website. Another big week ahead of us here. Second week of the month of April. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. Boy, beautiful weather this time of the year here in Los Angeles. Hope you guys are. Hope the snow eventually stopped in the Midwest. I can't believe you guys had a big snowstorm in the Midwest. Nothing in the Northeast though, right? I think they're pretty much clear skies in the Northeast though. But back in the action here, second week of the month of April. Hope you guys had a great weekend out there. What an incredible Masters tournament. Boy, I didn't see the whole thing, but caught up at the end of it on Sunday afternoon. And what an incredible time to watch some golf this weekend. Back in the action, second week of the month. Tomorrow's April the 11th. We got nothing major here coming out tonight. We got yelling at 410, of course, is behind us now. But nothing major here in the overnight session. If you're trading the overnight Asian into London session. Tomorrow morning, it's pretty much all weighted early in the session tomorrow. 4:30, 4:30, 5 a.m. That's pretty much when the meat and potatoes of all the news is going to be tomorrow. We have nothing coming out tomorrow morning in the U.S. morning session. And then we got some news here tomorrow night, 7:50. And, of course, we'll hear from China tomorrow night late in the evening, just before we finish up the Tuesday and go into Wednesday. So most important thing for tomorrow, if you're in Europe, you got some news at 4:30 and 5, right? Get to that stuff early tomorrow morning or wait until after lunch in Europe to trade afterwards. If you're with me tomorrow morning in the U.S. session, the trade room, don't forget we open up our trade room at 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you're joining me here in the trade room tomorrow morning, we got no major news after 8 o'clock Eastern time. So we get a wide open day tomorrow. Expecting to see a pretty good day, get some big markets, get some big ranges from today. Looking for another great year, another great day tomorrow on Tuesday. I'm looking for a great week ahead of us here, the second full week of the month as we come out of Non-Farm Friday. Let's get at it here. We've got a bunch of charts to look at tonight. We'll go crude, gold, euro, S&P, and of course we can't forget about the FDAX here tonight. Starting off here with crude tonight. Crude is bullish, trying to finish a measured move this evening, which tells us the bulls are getting very close to their target and we should avoid buying high. Focusing, of course, on bear traps and failures. Now on crude oil, the bulls started with a channel high this morning, right? They successfully retested the high. They held a pullback, and now they're hunting for the measured move. If price goes higher right now, we don't want to chase this move higher, so keep looking for ways to buy lows, right, or buy low. If price does go lower, we're going to try to use that support level, that trend line, that double up. We'll try to use these support levels overhead or below us here, right, to find buying opportunities. Most important thing right now for the strategy on crude tomorrow, of course, is always understanding what's the story the market that's been telling us, right? Well, what's the story that the market's been telling us over the past few hours? As you can see, the day started off here with a bull channel. That bull channel, of course, overshoot at the high, overshoot at the low. The bottom line is whenever we see a bull channel, we know the buyers are trying to retest the high. Well, as you can see, the buyers, they got their retest of the high, they held the pullback, and now they're pushing higher here, right? So the buyers got their initial objective, right, retesting the high, and now they're undoubtedly hunting here for either a triple up or a measured move. Now, of course, that measured move is usually going to be the most reliable target. That measured move target here overhead is at 53.33. You know, that double up, though, I'll tell you, that double up really, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 different examples there of price using that double up. So we have to assume folks are aware of a double up, and we got to make sure we don't buy into that triple up. That, of course, that range between that measured move and that triple up will be the no trade zone there. So as you can see here, we get a strong move up, pull back, right, retest the high. That's the short-term objective. We're going to see examples of that, right, on gold and euro today. But I believe no S&P's range bounds. I believe it's going to be gold and euro today. But on the crude oil here, though, right, we go back up, we retest the high here, we hold the pullback, and now we're assumably now pushing higher up to reach that measured move and up into that triple up target waiting overhead. With that said, we're starting to get a little bit close here, right? We're starting to get a little bit high on the chart. Relatively speaking, if you look at the market here we're trading right now, unless this thing is a really strong bull trend, a lot of buyers are going to resist the temptation to want to buy high. So what's the plan here right now? Well, again, the bulls have control. So really we want to be prepared for what if price goes up, or what if price goes down? If price goes sideways, right, we're not going to see much of a difference there. But what if price goes higher? If price goes higher here, we want to avoid the temptation to chase after this move, and I want to look for basically a trap low. I want to find some prior swing, some area of support here to allow me to buy low. This is a real easy thing. You almost got to memorize this. Once we get up around that measured move, resist the temptation to buy high and start looking for traps. Start looking for chances here now, opportunities now to buy low. So, you know, maybe we use that reversal line. Maybe price goes up, right? And again, rather than trying to buy here, right, we buy the dip, right? Buy low. That's the most important thing right now as that price pushes higher. It's just to resist the temptation to chase after it and buy low. That'll come with a pullback. That'll come with a trap low, right? Also, of course, will be a failure potentially here. Price goes up, right? A little failure, a little trap low, a little failure right there. You know, so the bottom line is you want to be thinking, how can I buy low if this price continues higher here? That would also, of course, include if we did go all the way to the measured move. If we went all the way to the measured move, I always like to look for that retest, right? That double top into that measured move. So we do end up running up here in the overnight session up to that measured move. Not to worry, just wait patiently, wait to buy the pullback, and it will usually go right back up and retest that high again. So key is if price goes higher here, resist the temptation there to buy high, right? Try to buy low. I know it's not easy, but that's where the most reliable trades are going to come. What if the price goes lower here? Well, we have this nice trend line. And notice, I'm not really trying to line these up as a channel right now. It may, you know, this may turn into a channel, but that of course will be much later in the process tomorrow. So possibility there for a channel on crude. But I think the most important thing right now is what do we know? We know there's a proven trend line here right now. That proven trend line will be a great spot there for buyers to look for buying opportunities to buy low. Hey, maybe even a trap low here. You know, that wouldn't bother me one bit, right? Might not have enough time for that, but a little trap low below that 95, making sure we're not buying into that 95 resistance, but kind of using it, again, as a little trap area there where we know in a bull market, once we start getting up towards those highs, once we start getting up towards those targets, we start knowing that buyers aren't going to want to buy high and we want to keep buying low. Last but not least here, well, and again, right, price comes down, we're going to buy that pullback here. I mean, it really could be a lot more dramatic than that too. It could be more like this. Price comes down, failure, right, and then back up as well. So price comes down, looking to use that support, whether it be this trend line, right, this double up support here, right, or any of these prior swings, really. I mean, in all intents and purposes, the bulls have control. We just want to make sure we don't buy high. And so buying the trend line, buying of a failure off kind of the battle zone here at 79, all of these are areas of opportunities. What if price goes sideways? If we do see the market start to trail off here into a trading range. Trading ranges are pretty easy, right? Look to buy the low of that range. Be very, very careful trying to buy the high of a trading range. We're going to talk more about that as we go forward here on the S&P, but that will be the plan, right? If you're trying to, right, if this does end up going sideways. How would this market change direction tomorrow? It would require a lot of strength. The bulls have control, which means the bears have the burden of proof. The bears would have to see a strong move lower, very strong, by the way. The bears would really have to see some strength to the downside. Then most importantly here, remember, just to move down, we saw a couple of examples of this today, right? Just to move down doesn't mean it's a bear market. The bears still have to hold that pullback. If they can't, the buyers will just buy it right back up again. With that said, though, if the bears can hold a pullback, then of course, once they show us proof they can hold that pullback, then we start keeping an eye, right, on that low at 29. There's a gap there to be filled at 52, 51. And of course, we then look for our own bear channel, our own bear measured move going in the opposite direction. But again, don't just assume a pullback means a bear market. A pullback is a pullback until it turns into a full trend reversal by holding that pullback. Don't forget, we talk all about the actual entry triggers we use inside of the advanced course. So if you want more information and more analysis, make sure you come out and join us as a client here at School of Trade, and we'll fill in the gaps from there. Crude looks great. Let's grab the S&P right now. We're going to execute the plan tomorrow with all of our advanced members in our trade room tomorrow morning. We open up at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Don't forget, join the free trial on the homepage of SchoolOfTrade.com. Learn more about what it means to be here, a student here at School of Trade. Join that free trial at SchoolOfTrade.com. If you're watching the video right now on our YouTube channel, don't forget, there's a link in the description of the YouTube video. Follow that link and come join me on SchoolOfTrade.com. Learn more about our 3 levels of membership. And you got any questions? Holler at me. Use that live sport tool on the right-hand side of the website, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.